got a lot to talk about with UFOs today, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Crude. I'll talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. Yeah, to start with, we have this amazing UFO video from Peter Maxwell Slattery, filmed at Jaya Sanctuary in Australia. I love Pete. You guys know I love Pete. He has such amazing contacts, a lot of conscious contacts. He meditates for hours a day and he gets in touch with these beings, and he has all sorts of fantastic experiences. You can hear him talk about that, but he also gets these amazing sightings where he does CE5 out at Jaya Sanctuary. And I think this is a really cool sighting. You see this object seeming to make direction changes, like right there. It seems, I think it's going in one direction and then it's going in the other direction. Hard to tell if that's the camera or if that's the object itself. But there, in a minute, you'll see it seeming to make a trajectory or a speed increase. Not satellite or something like that. I think it's a really good sighting from Pete out at Jaya. I would love to get out there sometime and see some of these objects that Pete catches. I don't know if it's on a nightly basis, but pretty often. And there you saw another object right there. It's kind of interesting. Unclear if that's anomalous or not. But anyway, good sighting from Pete. Let's see. We also have some a statement from Mike Herrera. He says, I want to clear any confusion going around. I'm not working with Skywatcher or active with them. I'm advocating to their missions and goals. I fully support what they are doing. And the affiliation I have is to some of those who work with them. I guess he means Jake Barber, but there's probably others. There are many other teams I'm part of centered around disclosure that center around contact as well. I thought that was really exciting. So Michael Herrera, UFO whistleblower, I've had him on the channel. Go watch that interview, a fantastic interview, two-part interview with Mike. Hope to have him on the channel again at some point. But he's talking about working with multiple other teams, not just Skywatcher. Skywatcher is not the only one out there doing this, Mike says. And other teams also are trying to establish contact, just like Skywatcher is. I think that's really exciting and encouraging. I hope he comes out telling us more about these other programs, or those members of those other programs can come out talking about it themselves. But there you go. I thought that was super exciting. Oh yeah, and he does have some other clarifying comments here. Multiple groups are seeing the same types of phenomena. We aren't trying to compete with anyone, but we collaborate with results. It gives us a heads up when something new is discovered and we come across it after another group has documented it. I thought that was pretty darn cool. Meanwhile, Steven Spielberg's UFO film has officially wrapped filming. Pretty exciting. A lot of people are really jazzed about this, including myself. Of course, this is going to be a fictional film, but I'm hoping that it's going to be like a fictionalized version of something real. We'll see. And of course, I don't even know if I wanted to be a fictionalized version of something real. Then you get, the fantasy mixed in with the reality. But either way, it's very exciting that he is pursuing this UFO disclosure themed film. I can't wait to see if that, evolves the conversation or not. And there's also another UFO disclosure themed film in production as well. So very exciting. We also had some news that Netflix is teaming up with NASA to stream live rocket launches, astronaut spacewalks, mission coverage, and views of Earth from the International Space Station. To which Stephen Diener replied, cool, I'm also curious to see how long before one of their streams accidentally goes down after someone spots something strange. Too true. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Meanwhile, Eric Burlison is talking about someone David Grush hooked him up with, who was talking about beings.
I believe that there's so much truth in the Bible. In fact, so I'll tell you guys something that I have. David Grush put me in contact with an individual who blew my mind. I don't know if I could believe him, but It's an individual who has aliens talk to him. And and this individual went from being an, a Jewish person to being to being an atheist in his life when he started talking to what he calls his aliens, or angels. They started talking to him. He has these strange experiences, and then his wife will transcribe what he says, and a lot of it is predictions that come true. And what he told me is he became a Christian. He started believing in Jesus because these things that were talking to him said, yes, Jesus is real. Jesus, I mean, was a real person. He really did perform these miracles, and this guy, and he was the Messiah, and he is part of the divine council with God. And then a guy who didn't even know what the divine council was, the Bible, suddenly was being told through some. Anyway, that was an interesting thing. So let me go back to your question.
Okay, I'll let you listen to the full clip at your leisure from this Spaces, interview with Eric Burlison. But I thought that was super fascinating. So let me know what you think. Angels, aliens, they all frequently get mixed up in experiencer accounts, and sometimes it's hard to tell one from another, whether it's an alien event or a paranormal or spiritual event. And sometimes they do blend together in a very interesting way. Hard to understand, the nature of the phenomena, and maybe even the nature of reality. And it's really interesting to try to figure out what the phenomena can teach us about the nature of reality itself. I've talked about Jesus multiple times. I had my own Jesus experience, and I've talked about that multiple times. There was also a UFO involved in that experience. Many people have experiences that blend the metaphysical and the UFO. And many people have had near death experiences where they've met Jesus or Buddha or whatever. Some people during near death experiences will have strictly Jewish experiences or Muslim experiences or Christian experiences. It's always really interesting when, a non-Christian has a near-death experience, for example, and meets Jesus. Or when a Muslim meets Jesus, which has happened multiple times and they've converted afterward. Or when a person that's, nominally Jewish but doesn't really know much about the Jewish religion has an overtly Jewish near-death experience. But sometimes people will, on the other side, see Jesus hanging out with gray aliens. They'll see the abductees and contactees will see the dead aboard UFOs. Some of those are likely screen memories, but some of them don't seem to be. When I was ghost hunting, it was a reality that often we didn't know if it was a ghost hunt or an alien hunt. A lot of contactees and abductees have strange phenomena around their house that is paranormal sometimes, but sometimes it could be aliens, cloaked aliens doing weird things at weird times. So you would have to ask experiencers of whatever was going on at that house, well, do you have any strange marks on your skin, missing times, anything that would indicate whether it's, alien or ghostly? And sometimes they do actually go together. So yeah, the whole thing is really weird, but I thought that was super fascinating. Let me know what you guys think. Meanwhile, John Bell has some more great footage for us. This is a Tinkerbell sighting. Tinkerbell is the orb that he often interacts with down in Florida. This is from the channel Florida Real UFO. Everybody should go check it out. John has like nightly contacts with these phenomena.
Tinkerbell, there you are.
Yeah, that was Tink, and Tink looks like a little, phantasmal, ghostly, see-through object. But one time, Tink hit John's multi-ton military-style truck and rattled it on camera. Just incredible. And this is, I think, just minutes before John was seeing this blinking UFO in the sky. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, John. But yeah, there could be some sort of interaction between Tink, this low-lying orb, and these high-flying objects in the sky. Here's another great capture from John where you see these two fast-moving objects moving in different directions.
That's really cool thing.
Yeah, so you saw the one, and hopefully,
Really cool thing.
let's see, right around there, see that one,
That's really
and
cool.
right there, you see another one. Yeah, so there's that one that you can see very, very clearly. But yeah, he had two fast movers, within a blink of an eye from each other. I thought that was fantastic. Meanwhile, remember the Wall Street Journal's disinformation article saying that people in the government had been tricked into thinking they were working on UFOs, reverse engineering UFOs, but really that was part of a hazing ritual called Yankee Blue? Well, John Greenwald says the Air Force Office of Special Investigations says it found no records tied to Yankee Blue hazing rituals, which convinced, quote unquote, hundreds and hundreds of people they were working on a reverse engineering program for alien technology. So that's really interesting. I'm interested as well that it was the Air Force Office of Special Investigations, which a lot of people, refer to as the actual Men in Black, or at least one branch of the Men in Black, that they're actually countering the disinformation put out by Susan Goff and Sean Kirkpatrick, the lovely Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick. You would think they would be working for the same team, but apparently not. So yeah, the Air Force, the Men in Black, setting the record straight that there were no hazing rituals, tricking people into believing they were part of reverse engineering UFOs. So let me know what you think about that weird discrepancy or conflict. Meanwhile, a viewer of the channel sent me this a couple of weeks ago, but I forgot to post it, and I forget who sent it to me. So please claim the credit for sending this in the comments below. But this is just a fantastic video. One more video we have of a UFO that's leaving this weird trail behind it. Is this an artifact of its propulsion or something else? What is it doing? Because these things don't operate using exhaust or rockets. So why is it leaving a weird trail behind it? Either way, I think this is just fantastic footage. I will share the full video that this is taken from, I think, on Rumble in the comments below. And thank you for sending it to me. Meanwhile, from the Daily Mail, blind psychic Baba Vanga's world-changing 2025 prophecy set to occur at major televised event. A blind psychic who allegedly foretold 9/11 and the COVID-19 pandemic also made a world-changing prediction that humans will make contact with alien life this year. Baba Vanga, who died in 1996, was a Bulgarian mystic and clairvoyant who became a cult figure among conspiracy theorists after several of her pronouncements proved eerily true. This new prophecy for 2025 predicted that a new light in the sky will appear during a major sporting event, and people from around the world would see it. Specifically, the Baba Vanga's vision described a UFO appearing over the event, allowing humanity to meet ETs for the first time, and the prophet said it would bring answers, not fear. She didn't know what sporting event it would be or where it would be, but it would be a positive contact experience, and it would happen this year. So keep your eyes on sporting events, I guess. I don't think she was trying to sell tickets for anything. So, let me know if you guys see any positive contact experiences over sporting events if I don't see it first. Last but not least, just a badass lion and his lady having a great day. Let me know what you think about this badass couple just being badass lions and having an awesome, healthy lion thing going on there. Let me know what you think about them and everything else covered today in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. I would love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, grab a coffee mug or a t-shirt or a hoodie in the merch store below, or become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.